Where is Balkan?
You've probably seen this video by Slavoj Zizek. In it, Slavoj reasons about where the true Balkan is. The joke is quite simple in its principles. Nobody in so-called Balkan states see themselves or recall to themselves as Balkan or
Balkan?
In one moment I thought to myself, I could crack the same joke on Eastern Europe. Let me turn on my Zizek voice and tell you, where is Eastern Europe? So this is what people usually mean by saying Eastern Europe. But let's go to Poland, a place where Eastern Europe confusion starts. You go to the Pole and he will tell you that Poland is nowhere near Eastern Europe. You see, we Poles are Roman Catholics. We do not believe in this Asian weird concept of Eastern Orthodox Church. We Poles love freedom and democracy, whatever it means. We don't use this pesky Cyrillic script but the Latin one, almost like Germans. Even if you put straight lines from the geographical ends of Europe, they will cross somewhere near Warsaw. This means that Poland is a truly Central European country. True Eastern Europe starts behind Eastern Polish borders. When you go to the Czech, they will say kinda the same thing, that they are also nowhere near the Eastern Europe. Look, they are so close to Germany, you know, they love beer, same as Germans do. They don't use this Cyrillic script. They also are primarily atheists, and they are also very prominent in adult movies industry and so on. You can't be more European than Czechs. But we go further east. Let's go to Ukraine. Here people will tell you, look, we had this revolution in 2014. We wanted to be a part of European Union. We overthrew this pro-Russian president Yanukovych. I mean, for God's sake, look at the typical Ukrainian. White skin, blonde hair, blue eyes, not this orcish Mongolian people of Russia. But here people start to see some problems like, yeah, we have this corruption here and there and maybe some old far-right nationalists here and there, but we will solve that later. And with the invasion, we have proven ourselves to join the European Union. We are saving the EU and NATO from this communism or whatever Putin is spreading. Further north in Belarus, you will have a different situation, a more interesting one. Here you have a clear distinction between what you call the nation and the government. Young Belarusians will say, we are not the Eastern Europe. We are very peaceful people. We want to live a good lives. Yes, our president is a typical Oriental despotism dictator, but we try to rebel against him. And yeah, it didn't work out. Look, my son, my daughter, wife, sister, my whole entire family lives and works in Poland. We just want to break free from this dictatorship, get closer to European Union. We need freedom and democracy. You know, sometime in history, we were a part of Commonwealth with Poland, so it means that we are true Mitteleuropa. When you go to Russia, things get really, really interesting. Here people don't see themselves as European or Asian, they are Russian. For them, Eastern Europe is something behind two western borders, maybe like Belarus or Poland, but they themselves are a part of something completely different. You know, Russia, the biggest country in the world, the unstoppable nuclear superpower and so on. Typical Russians will say, you see, maybe we don't have this democracy and so on, but in your countries, democracy also doesn't exist. People like Snowden, Assange get arrested and so on. And yeah, our country started a war in Ukraine, but you know, the US and Europe in their time also did, so we're not that bad. We are not Eastern European, we are Russian. We are this true counterpart of Europe, NATO and the West. The conclusion is that nobody wants to be Eastern European. To be an Eastern European means to be poor and uncivilized. It also shows that the fall of socialism is to this day one of the biggest disasters that happened to Eastern Europe. You also might be thinking, why didn't I mention one of these countries? Does it mean that they are not the Eastern Europe? No, that's not true. This is because this part is Baltic states and this one is Balkan.